Ladles and jelly spoons, welcome back to Badgerworks. Today, this. This is a piece of chrome sprue from a model I'm working on. And I'm going to try and strip the chrome off it. So, let's get on with it. Now, I did a video on this before using bleach, and which worked fine for the model I was working on at the time. But for this one, for some reason, it hasn't worked very well. And I've noticed this on a few occasions where I've had things where the chrome doesn't strip very well. And in the last video, a lot of people made comments on, other things to try. So I thought, seeing as I'm trying to do this one, this would be a good opportunity to try out some different things. So I've got some stuff here, and actually, before I go any further, be careful doing this, all right? Using bleaches and chemicals and stuff like that. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Make sure you're not going to dissolve anything or melt anything. So do what I'm doing here. Do a little test first to make sure it works. So anyway, all that aside, these are some of the things I got. Now, some of these I already had, and some of them I bought while I was out at Aldi the other day. So I've got this. This is Harpic Power Plus. Better than bleach, apparently. So that's one thing. This is, what is it? Power Force Ultimate Thick Bleach. So this came from Aldi. I have this Safari Fabulosa Fomo, whatever that is. Apparently for cleaning sinks, drains and plug holes. So we'll give that a go. And I have this Buster Plug Hole Sanitizer Gel. Stop laughing at the back. Deep Down Fresh. So we got that. And last but by no means least, we have this, which we already had under the sink, Mr. Muscle Oven Cleaner. Now this stuff I'm a bit dubious about, because this has sodium hydroxide in it, which is basically salt acid. So yeah, anyway, we'll give that a go. I've got some little plastic tubs here, which I'm hoping will stand up to these chemicals, but we'll see. And I have, as I say, my little bit of frame here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up this into like sections and try a bit in each one of these and see what works and what doesn't. So let's get this all set up. Right, so got everything poured out. So this is the Buster, this one. This one is the Fabulosa, which is actually a powder. So I put a bit of water in it. This one is the Harpic, which is a very vivid blue. This one is the thick bleach, which is very thick. And then this one on the end is the Mr. Muscle. And I've got some pieces of the sprue that I've cut off. And I've got a pair of tweezers here. I've also got a pot of water just off to one side, so if anything goes horribly wrong, I can dump it in the water and neutralise it. You'll also probably hear I've got the extractor fan running in the background because it's starting to get a bit whiffy in here. So, proper ventilation, all right, PPE. Okay, so let's put these in and see what happens. Oh, come here. Come here. Get in there. I've also got some of these wooden coffee stirrers that I can use just to give it a little poke around, because what I want to do is I want to use a different one for each thing so I don't get any like cross-contamination, because sometimes mixing these chemicals can be really, really dangerous. So that's going to be fun to see what that one's doing. Blimey, I think that one's took it off already. That thick bleach seems to be lifting it off already. It's very thick as well. It's gloopy. It's weird stuff. And this is going to be the trouble as well, is this one, because it's foamed up. I can't see what it's doing. Right, let's leave these for a minute and see what happens. Right, 5 minutes has gone by. Let's have a look and see how we're doing. So I'm just going to rinse these off so we can have a look at them. Okay, so that's actually working rather well. The the plug hole sanitizer. Almost called it something else then. Right, we'll put that one back in. And the Fabulosa, let's see what that's doing. That has done nothing. Fair enough. The Harpic. Oh god, that is gloopy. That has also done nothing. The thick bleach. That is, oh, hang on. That is doing something. That's taking it off quite well on one side. Pop that back in there. And this is going to be the strange one, because this I can't see in here because of the foam on the top. Oh, blimey, that's looks like it's done quite well. That I would say is working. Oh, somewhere near the middle of the camera would be nice. I'd say that's working probably the best so far. That's the Mr. Muscle. That's got the vast majority of it off. That's, I'd say, is on a par with the thick bleach. So let's give them another 5 minutes and see what happens. Right, 10 minutes has passed. So let's see what we've got here. The Buster has started to catch up with some of the others. The Fabulosa is still doing absolutely nothing, so that's fine. The Harpic, let's see what this is doing. This is really gloopy, this stuff. Again, absolutely nothing. The thick bleach doesn't seem to have progressed a great deal more than before. And finally, Mr. Muscle, and that also, it's got a bit further, but there's still some on the side there, but it's working. Right, let's pop that back in. Right, see you in 5 minutes. Right, so let's see what we're doing now. That's been 15 minutes. So this is the Buster plug hole sanitizer. Not a great deal of change, a little bit more. And the Fabulosa has still done basically nothing. The Harpic, I think it's started. It has started to wear it through. And the thick bleach is basically the same as it was before. And finally, our Mr. Muscle. It's taken a bit more off, but it's kind of slowed right down. And I think this is part of the problem. I think sometimes with these, when they put this finish on, it ends up thicker in places than others. So we'll give this a bit longer. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these now for an hour. and see what happens then. Right, so an hour has gone by. My daughter's here. Say hello, Katie.
Hello, Katie.
Anyway, let's see how this is done.
Nasty.
Right, so this is the Buster. Oh, and actually that looks like it's worked. There's a little spot left on there, but that's not too bad. Right, I'll leave that there. I don't know where this one's gone now. I can't find this.
Lost it.
Well, either that or oh, there it is. There it is. Come here.
So there it is integrated.
Well, this one can't. Oh, there we go. Oh, dropped it back in there. Right, that has done absolutely nothing. This one. This is the Harpic Power Plus.
Which is supposedly better than bleach.
Apparently, according to the packaging, it has done something, but not a great deal. So that's that one.
Obviously not better than bleach.
Well, no, because this is bleach.
The unlimited thick bleach.
And that one has, it got to a point and then it's kind of stopped, but it is still removing it just very, very slowly. And then finally the Mr. Muscle oven cleaner, and that has, again, that's taken all of it off, so that's worked as well. So the two winners, if you like, is the Buster, this one, the plug hole sanitizer, and
Plug hole sanitizer.
yeah, and the Mr. Muscle. And quite frankly, of the two, I would feel a lot more comfortable, I think, using this, because this is way less nasty than the other stuff. Although I'm actually trying to see what it has in it. Oh, here we go. It's up here. So, oh, I'll jog the camera now. Adabac, this, yeah, I don't know what those are. And anionic surfactants, disinfectants, EDTA and salts thereof.
What's the salts thereof?
Well, salt derivatives, but...
Oh.
Okay, well anyway, so I'll have a quick tidy up and then we'll compare these in a bit more detail and we'll see how it goes. But I think, to be honest, the winner is going to be the Buster. So I just want to check and make sure it hasn't actually damaged the plastic. It doesn't look like it has. It certainly feels, I can't, you know, squeeze it with the tweezers or anything. So I'll get all these washed up properly and then we'll compare them in detail. Right, so just before we finish off, I'd just like to take a moment to thank my top tier patrons, Howard and Amy, for their continued support, as well as all my other patrons, much appreciated. But here are our two kind of winners, as it were. So this is the Buster plug hole sanitizer. I have to be very careful saying that. Sorry. Anyway, so you can see it's left, there's a couple of tiny little dots of silver left on it, but I'm not worried about that. And the Mr. Muscle oven cleaner has cleaned it completely. Both of them in about the same time. But I think in future I'm going to use the Buster. A couple of reasons. It smells a lot less unpleasant than the Mr. Muscle. I think it's a slightly safer chemical to use. It's also a lot cheaper, and also it comes as a bottle of liquid rather than a spray can. So I think just from a general ease of use, it'll be a lot easier to use. Now, I think as well, the Buster was cheaper than the oven cleaner, but you know, it's not like you've got to buy it every day, so it doesn't really matter. But there you go. So hopefully this little revisit of this subject has been of interest to some of you. If you are feeling a little bit flush and you fancy coming to join me on Patreon, please do. And if not, you're all welcome to come and join us in the staff canteen on Facebook. But hopefully this video has been of use to some of you, and I look forward to seeing you on more videos in the future. So, thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.